Alright. So, today, finally starting the Iki Island expansion DLC for Ghost of Tsushima. It's been about a... How long has it been since I last played this? A month and a half? I think it was a month and a half ago when I finished the game. I finally did finish... Oh, there's a golden... There's multiple golden birds. Huh? Okay, I've never seen that before in this game. That might have something to do with the DLC, I don't know. I've never seen multiple golden birds anywhere. Normally they signify something of interest, so... The DLC is that way, in the direction of the wind. But, yeah, I finished the base game about a month and a half ago. Everything, all the Mongol encampments, all the... I have everything you can collect. To my understanding, there's nothing else that I can do on the map, so I believe I'm done with everything. If you've watched so far, you'll have known the entire adventure of that. But yeah, so I bought and downloaded the DLC. It's taking me right to the left of Akashima Village. Journey into the past. Something disturbing is happening to this settlement. I should investigate and learn more about the cause. And I like how I did zoom out and just take a look at the map overall, see if there's anything new. There's a few things. One is, I like how right down here you can see where Iki Island is, even though I haven't been there yet. And there seems to be thunder and lightning over it. Curious. None of the trailers really showed any thunder and lightning. It honestly reminded me kind of like Medici in the presentation from Just Cause 3. Very sunny, very summery, very vibrant, very coastal. And thinking about Medici right now, I already kind of want to play Just Cause 3 again, but I'm not going to do that. So. Oh, and aside from that, on the map itself is a new thing. This is another thing that, funny enough, is something you can do in Just Cause 3, is you can redo very specific events. You can in Just Cause 3 terms, you can reoppress areas so you can redo the things you did there. You couldn't do that before this DLC, so neat. I can redo any of the stuff that I want to. I can redo duels, I can do Mongol encampments. It doesn't seem like I can redo any of the shrines or unlockables and such, which makes sense, but... Alright. I haven't done any voice warm-ups, and I just had a very large meal. Staring at a deer and hearing anguished moaning is not what I expected. But, anguished moaning. From where? I don't even hear it. Majestic deer. Run away! I think it's stuck. No, it's gone. But, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I had a big meal. Fearful sobbing. Yes, add on to the terror. Is it that person over there? Is that a living person or a dead person? These are dead people. I don't even hear anybody. I had a big meal. Let me cut to the point now. I had a big meal right before this. I had a big old bowl of ramen. Completely unintentionally going alongside the theming of this game, I guess. It was very appropriate. It was a very appropriate meal I had before this, and that wasn't even intentional. I was just like, you know, I want to make some ramen. Had the ramen. Then I was like, you know, I want to play Ghost of Tsushima. And then I booted up Ghost of Tsushima. And here we are. I kind of expected doing this tomorrow, but here I am. It's a pretty hefty DLC, too. About 20 gigs. I'm going to do a fight just to warm up, because I haven't done any combat in this game in a while, but my muscle memory of this game is still pretty good. Let's see if I jinx that now. Not jinxed! Okay, so we got one. Just one. Gotcha.
Show me your skill.
Just immediately go into another standoff with these guys. They just had to pass by, didn't they? First the Straw Hats, now Mongols. Oh yeah, the big guy went. Yes! Great. Let's go for Sparky Sparky Boom Man. The Bowmans. Where the heck are you running to, man? You're in on this party. Trying to bail? Dumbass. Thinking he could get away from me?
You're not going anywhere, buddy. You got a dentist appointment with me.
I don't know why I chose dentist. Doctor's appointment? Anyway. Alright, I say we started off pretty good today then, with winning 2 random fights. Let's go to the DLC then. So there's a town over here. Okay, now I hear the anguished screams and pains of terror. Now I do.
What's happening here?
Can I... Oh, that's black powder bombs. Hey lady, how much LSD did you take? You're kind of freaking out.
I can help. What's wrong?
The water, it was so shallow. I was only gone a moment.
That's over now. You're here with me.
Deranged muttering.
Their minds are lost in 1,000 hells.
I want to steal that line and say that at some point in the future. Your mind is lost in 1,000 hells. That is a great quote from Jin. I just started this DLC and I'm gonna remember that quote just for how amazing it is. That's like a Fist of the North Star-esque quote. Your mind is lost in 1,000 hells. I love that. I'm excited now for this DLC. I don't get excited for games too much. Yeah, everybody's tweaking. Everybody here is tweaking.
Mongol tracks. What did they do to these people?
Is anything else here? There's a Mongol hut down there. There's nothing here. Nothing there. Nothing anywhere. Check inside. What is that on the top shelf? Incendiary oils. I don't need that. I forgot I have, like, new abilities with Jin, because I did that in the last part of the base game, was getting all the mythical abilities. Records of Icky. There's 25 of these. To the people of Tsushima. Let me get into a narrator voice. To the people of No, voice crack. To the people of Tsushima. To be read in Japanese to captivate on Tsushima. to captives on Tsushima. I thought it was going to be some sort of, oh, beautiful Tsushima, how we love you. Anksar Khatun, Khatun, the eagle of the great Mongol nation, ruler of the blessed eagle tribe, sends warm greetings to the people of Tsushima. To cross an ocean, we make ships and rudders. To rule a people, we invite sage men and women to join us in keeping good order. You who love wisdom, join us. You who are eager to birth mysteries, to be free of suffering, warm yourselves at our hearth fires. But refuse our peaceful offer, and we will reveal your inner darkness. Then you will weep and cry out for a golden light of the eternal blue sky. I believe that's that's Mongolia and such, because they're I dropped the controller, I had it on my leg. They have like some of the most clear skies in the world, and I believe that still holds up today. Extremely true. They have some of the most open, clear skies in the world just because of the environment they have there. So I was like, eternal blue sky, that sounds like Mongolia. But it will be too late for you. These are the words of the eagle, Anksar Khatun. Okay, is Khatun gonna be the new antagonist of the DLC? The DLC has its own story. The DLC here has its own narrative, apparently, and I'm very curious to see what they do. And I'm very excited to, because I love the story in Ghost of Tsushima, and now it gets to continue. Okay, so we got a Mongolian raid ship and a hut.
Mongol yurt.
Or a yurt. It's not a hut, it's a yurt.
This color. I don't recognize the tribe. Some kind of restraint on her. She bit her tongue off. Bled to death. What did these people endure?
They put her head through a wood slab. What kind of torture device is that? I haven't even seen that used anywhere else in the game. That's funny. Is it bad that I find that kind of a torture method funny? It just seems so basic and stupid. They put her head in like a locked clamp of a slab of wood.
Looks like an altar for some kind of Mongol ceremony.
Samurai!
Mongolian! Who are you?
Calls to you!
Oh, does he now? Oh, new music. Oh, I'm getting some occultist weird vibes from this. Alright. Let's do this. Shamans. A new enemy type, huh? There has not been... There's like... How many enemy types are there in this game? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... There's about 10-ish, I think. There's about 10 different enemy types. And finally, I don't know how in how long, there's a new one. A shaman, huh? They give debuffs? Or, well, not debuffs. They give buffs? Maybe they give debuffs to me. I have no idea. Shamans enter a chanting trance to stir the spirits of their allies, allowing them to attack relentlessly. Oh, lovely. They give them a buff of rage.
Chanting, filling them with bloodlust.
Oh, they're not like staggered or affected by my attacks. They keep going. They're even more brick walls than they were before. Okay, gotta take him out. Gotta get it. Stop your singing. He's out. Why am I in a different stance? Nope. Oh, well, I guess I got a flaming sword now. This'll speed things up considerably. Yeah, for some reason I entered the stone stance. Guys, you're making this too easy. Oh yeah, there's a lot of them here, actually. Oh, there's another one! I thought there was just the one. Jin, please. I know sometimes you have issues locking on the characters, but this is not the time. We gotta take out the magical shaman. We gotta take out Shaman King. Alright, now it's just us. I am not dealing with your shit double swordsman. Neither you. Neither you.
Bastards. You won't torment anyone else. I need to find out who these invaders are.
Well, they're... Jin. They're Mongols. We kind of know who they are. We took out their leader. I wonder what level is generally recommended to do the DLC, because the enemies that I've fought here so far seem kind of mid-tier? Kind of... They're not the... They don't have poison weapons. None of them have showcased any fire weapons of any type. So I'm wondering at what point you're actually able to do this DLC whenever you... Like, we're in Toyotama, right? Yeah. So maybe once you just get to... I assume once you get to Toyotama, you can kind of just do the DLC, maybe? There doesn't seem to be any restrictions. But I've also beaten the game, so if there were any, then they're not here. Hey, buddy. That was some nice singing you were doing. You gotta stop
Tell me
it.
what you did to these people.
They heard the call of the eagle.
The eagle. Is he your leader?
America?
She will lead the eagle tribe to your shores, with all of Iki Island at her back.
So,
They came from Iki Island.
I was gonna say, I guess they conquered Iki Island? Oh, we're having to see this again?
Help me.
No.
May your death benefit all beings.
I thought this happened during the day. I thought this death happened during the day. Why is it night? It's not too often we get like a cutscene in this game. Like we get tons of cutscenes, but not like that.
Came as soon as I heard. Those people.
They're getting the help they need. But I don't know if they will recover.
What happened to them?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen these Mongols before. They claim to follow someone called the Eagle. And they're planning an attack on Tsushima.
Those people lost their minds. If the eagle can do that to the whole island,
She won't.
how will you find her?
One of our people mentioned Iki Island.
It's full of raiders and criminals. They hate the samurai.
I know. My father led the campaign to pacify them, and he died on that island.
Oh, that's where you... I thought you just died on a trail
Somehow
somewhere on
he tripped
Tsushima.
after he fell.
Okay.
Now something monstrous has taken root on Iki Island.
Okay, so this is more like story relevant than I thought it'd be. I thought this would be... I thought this was just something they would tack on after a year just to like supply some more content because the game is good. But no, like it's actually relevant to the overall plot, I guess.
If I want to wear the Sakai armor there, I need to conceal the clan markings.
I mean, I don't plan on wearing the Sakai armor. Jin from Yarikawa. Conceals the Sakai clan markings on your Sakai armor so people of Iki Island won't recognize you. But yeah, about the cutscene thing, it's like 95% of the cutscenes in this game are just people standing around talking. They're not... Seeing a cutscene where there was actual movement in it, like Yuna riding her horse through there, is like, that's different. That's a very different kind of cutscene than 95% of this game. I don't know, I got excited about them, but it's like, and then they started talking again. So the Sakai armor has... Oh, it's this. Yeah. It's the bedazzled armor. He retrofits it to be... Like, he strips the shoulder pauldrons and puts on a different chest plate. Okay. I'm gonna keep my armor. There's two reasons I have kept this armor throughout the entire game. I think I brought it up when I started playing again earlier this year. There's two reasons. One is I love how it looks. I love how this armor looks on Jin. This is how Jin looks to me, the same way when I play Red Dead 2, I have a specific outfit for Arthur Morgan. And for Geralt, I don't really have a specific armor set for him because you kind of have to constantly change your armor in The Witcher 3. That's an entirely different situation from this, but Geralt's always Geralt.
Boat's ready.
But yeah, Jin, this is Jin to me. This is what Jin looks like. White, red armor. Big old fancy new bow. Screaming villagers who've become schizophrenic and rolling around in the mud.
I left you at the bottom of the lake for a reason.
But, and the other thing about... The more important thing about this armor is I like the debuffs it has. Reduces all damage by a major amount, massive increase to health, and damage. Taking damage, this is the one that makes me keep this armor compared to some other ones like the Hero Tsushima. Major increase to health, reduces all damage to a moderate amount. Or the Gosaku armor, which we just got last time. Massive increase to health, major increase to stagger damage. Killing a staggered enemy restores 20% of health. The main reason I keep this armor is because of when I get hit... When I get hit in this game, which happens an occasional amount, I get 30% of a resolve rebuff onto Jin. So, to me, even taking damage is not necessarily a negative with this armor, because I'm still getting some sort of compensation of health back that I can use, and it's a great give and take. It's a little dance. So that's from an actual gameplay point. That's why I keep this armor. It does look great, though.
We sail on your command.
All right.
Are you sure about this, Lord Sakai? Iki Island's no place for a samurai.
You're about to start a long series of tales. The enemies on Iki Island are ruthless and can test the strength of even the most hardened warrior. Are you sure you want to proceed?
Make for the northwestern shore.
Near Fort Sakai.
My father built it to last. If there's trouble on Iki, the locals may be sheltering there.
I'll get you there as fast as I can, my lord. The sea's been angry ever since those Mongols arrived. Storms are especially fierce around Iki.
Not surprising. The Eagle tribe is doing something horrible there.
Whatever they're up to, they've angered the Kami. But don't worry. I've sailed through worse.
But don't worry.
Kaze.
Let's get on the boat. Let's get on the boat to freedom. No, we're going to I'm going to a bandit island, I guess.
Brace yourself, boy.
Holy shit! Ghost of Tsushima's over. Oh, don't tell me the horse dies again! What the hell? Are we losing the horse again? Everything was fine. We were on the boat, and then Jin noticed a thunderstorm, and they got shot by lightning immediately. And now the boat's gone. I think we lost the horse again. Yet Jin still has all his armor. He had to keep all his armor, all his weapons, and he had to keep his hat. He had to keep the straw hat. It was more necessary than the horse. The weight of the armor didn't pull him under the water somehow. That's what I'm getting at. Jin, the horse is gone. We're stuck on a secluded island away from Tsushima, full of bandits and sea anemones and whale bones. Don't pass out now, man. Yeah, so that, I assume that over there is the remains of the ship we were on, because all this stuff's way older. You know, speaking of DLC, given this is some... I need to get back to Witcher 3. I've actually been considering starting up Red Dead 2. I was...
Make it?
I think you did, man. There's a lot of whaleboats sticking up here. That's quite an image. I've actually today, I was really jonesing to play some Red Dead Redemption 2, like starting from the beginning again. But then I'm like, no, I gotta do Ghost of Tsushima. I'm not putting it off till next year. I want to finish this game this year. Hopefully. I have no idea how long this DLC is. I have no idea how long this is.
Smuggling hideout.
So we'll see. We'll see if I finish this year. If it's not too long, then I'll do it. I'm gonna guess around 10 hours. I hope it's around 10 hours. To the people of Icky Island... Alright, to the people of... Oh, to the people of Icky Island. Aksar Khatun, the eagle of the Grey Mongol nation, ruler of the Blessed Eagle tribe, sends warm greetings to the people of Icky Island. When your master Kyoto refused Kublai Khan's friendship, they called out a great storm to your shores. Through the wind and the waves lash out your coast, I bring a final offer of peace. Accept my rule, and you'll be blessed by the golden light of the eternal blue sky. Rejected, my people fall upon you like prey until mother is soaked in tears and blood. This is pretty much the same message that they gave to the Tsushima one. A shaman treats all within the four seas as family. I implore the people of Icky Island to welcome us as mothers and fathers, that we may shelter you in our homes, and sons as daughters. Yeah, it's the same general thing. They just have someone write up, like, tons of these messages just to give to every nation they invade. Just, a blanket statement, we're invading, give up, we won't hurt you maybe, we will hurt you.
Need to find a way out.
I don't think I've ever seen the
Worked.
grapple hook be used like that, pulling open something. It makes sense. Oh, are we gonna have a Breath of the Wild shot? Yeah! Yeah! We got the Breath of the Wild money shot. See that temple? You can go there. Oh, I'm excited, yeah. New music, new geography. A new threat, yeah. This is good. New map and journal available. Bum 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 bum. Is he gonna reveal the map or? Legend of the Ghost has not yet reached the people of Iki. They don't know who I am. Oh. This is gonna be fun. Here you have a clean slate to build your legend anew. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing yet. We'll see. New exploration techniques specific to Iki Island are available. Huh. What do you mean specific to Iki Island? I mean, it looks from the outset pretty sizable. It looks about as big in general coverage to one of the other regions. Like the northern region up here doesn't have a whole lot. Oh, I can't even fast travel back. You cannot fast travel off Iki Island. Okay. That's fine. I don't intend to, but... So I got 2 plot points I can go to. A lost friend. After our boat to Iki capsized, my horse and I were separated in the squall. I should scour the coastline. The Eagle's Cry. My father built Fort Sakai 15 years ago during the samurai invasion of Iki Island. Now it could be a place of refuge, I believe it's trying to say, but it cuts off. So what do we got here? Sentinel's Peak, Wanderer's Bluff, Lone Spirit Falls, Kitsune's Pond. Ooh, there should be foxes there. First place we're going to the magical Fox Pond. Fuck yeah, we're gonna see some foxes.
Fort Sakai isn't far.
Was that a monkey?
Anyone is sheltered there. Kaze,
Yo, there's monkeys! There's little monkey fellas!
maybe near the wreckage.
Look at the little monkey fellas! Is that a red-faced macaque?
Sure.
I think that's a red-faced macaque. I can't really see its face. Yeah, they're red-faced macaques! Yay! Yes! I love these guys. They're extremely smart. I'm having fun. I'm excited. We got red-faced macaques. We got a new adventurous land. And we got fox ponds. I want to see what this fox pond is. Okay, it's up this way. This is the first thing we're doing here. This is important business. This is important business. What is that here? Oh! It's an unlockable. Sakai banners. Oh, so there's Sashimono banners here, but they're for the Sakai clan. Did we, like... Did the clan, like, used to rule over this island or something?
Who will face me first?
Oh, you bastard. This is a double-edged spearman? This guy's new. He's wearing purple. Look at his move. Oh, and he's beefy. He's a beefcake. That is not the time for a picture. Okay, so these guys are beefy Darth Mauls. Darth Maul, the new character in Star Wars. He's the cousin to he's the forgotten cousin to Darth Maul. There's a lot of death and blood here. I have to go up this way to get to the foxes. Here we go. Scary Death Mountain Trail. Adventure. Can I not squeeze? Oh, it's not a cave. Like, can I not squeeze through there? So while we're here climbing and pretending to be Nathan Drake, I want to give some final thoughts on Moon. I think I gave some... I'm gonna probably double down and say a couple things that I said on the last video, which was Monster Hunter World as a one-off. But... oh, this is actually a good vantage point. I was gonna say, why is there just a pillar of smoke coming out of the ocean? Okay, it's just coming out of the... oh no, it's coming down from the beach down there. It looks like it's coming out of the ocean like a rainbow. I guess that's the Fort Sakai up there. But, yeah, so I'm going to reiterate a few things that I said on Monster Hunter World, so, yeah. So, Moon. I finished Moon recently, and... after I beat the game, I looked up exactly what, like, the ending was and such, because I kind of got it, but I didn't fully know, and yeah, I didn't exactly get the meaning of the end until I read what it was about, and then I understood what it was. But, yeah, basically the confusing ending... Moon was a fantastic game, and I liked it. I wouldn't say I loved it, but I really, really, really liked it, and I would recommend it for... if I know of anyone who's, like, into very strange RPG-ish point-and-click adventure-y things, I would recommend it for that. And I've read and watched a few interviews with Kimura, who made the game with his team and such at Love to Lick, and went on later to make some other games and such, one of which is Little King Story, which I actually went to a local game store, not GameStop, a local game store. They had a copy there for the Wii, and I picked it up just because I knew Kimura made it, and it seemed interesting, and it's straight up Pikmin mixed with a kind of not exactly a god game, but one of those, like, management town kind of things. The best kind of thing I could put it is, like, if you know the game Black or White for PC from the early 2000s, or kind of Populous, maybe? I'm not sure if it's like Populous. I've barely played it, but it's certainly Pikmin. It is straight up a Pikmin game. It's a Pikmin game made by... okay, I talked about it in Monster Hunter World, but now I'm getting scatterbrained about it because I'm also trying to think about Ghost of Tsushima here. Let me sit down here in the corner and hide while we observe and listen to the music of the Mongols, who appear to be ready to send this guy over this cliff. You're gonna fall off yourself, man.
Was he forced to jump?
I mean, kinda, but he jumped off himself, it looked like, because the dogs didn't bum rush him. I wonder, are they actually gonna, like, force another person over there to get up and go over there? That would be interesting. I don't think they are. And now he's just gonna chant at nothing but the view. Anyway, let me talk about some things. So, Moon is great. I picked up Little King's Story. It was, I'm backtracking. So, Little King's Story is a game on the Wii. It came out in 2009, and the development of it is funny. So, Kimura hadn't started Onion Games yet at that point, and he was working at a few other studios at the time. And the creator of Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons, Yoshihiro Wada, who I had played Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town earlier this year. I was addicted to that game for the better part of March and into early April. I didn't play a whole lot of it on the channel, but I was really addicted to that game. I liked it. But so, Wada calls up Kimura because he wants to make a Wii game, and he's like, dude, I want you to direct this game that I'm making for the Wii. And Kimura agrees, and they made Little King's Story together. And it's a Pikmin game, basically, but with a kind of god simulator-esque thing. You're a king, you're controlling your citizens like Pikmin, and you're trying to improve your kingdom through fighting and wealth and... yeah, so you're building up your empire in the method of a Pikmin kind of game. It's weird. And I like the concept. It's weird. I like the art style. It looks... most, if not all, the character designs look like Kimura's kind of style. It looks like Moon characters. It really does look like Moon characters. Like their design and all that. And the one thing that made me go, yes! Yes! When I booted up the game and tried it for the first time, the voices. The voice acting in the game is just like Moon. It's all this cut-up dialogue that's made into this fictional language. And I found that really, really interesting how Kimura chose to do that again a decade later after he did Moon. He still chose to go with this weird pseudo cut-up English language thing as the voiceover in the game. And it was amazing to see that. I'm just like, it looks stylistically like a weird Story of Seasons, Moon-ish game, but at the majority of what I'm seeing in it looks like mostly Kimura's ideas. So I'll eventually either play through it on my own, or I might do a one-off of it, or a two-off, or something short about it, but, and never hold me to that. I might not get around to it for like 5 or 7 years. But I don't think I would play a full playthrough of it, and if I do in the future, then disregard it, but I don't think I will because it's like a 25 to 30 hour game somehow. So to me, that's a bit of a turnoff in that regard of doing, because that's like, what's a 20? That's like doing a Shenmue 3 length game that's Pikmin, and for me that would be very time consuming and take a lot of patience for me not to get bored of it. But yeah. So, as for Moon, now let me wrap up this whole Kimura thing. So I watched some interviews and read some things from Kimura and such about his thoughts on Moon himself. And yeah, he's a bit embarrassed about the difficulty in the game, which yeah, the game is difficult. It's extremely obscure and obtuse in how it handles progression. It's just, do the thing, do the thing to get the thing. Figure it out on your own. Just really, really intensely Spartan and hands-off on the progression side of things. To some to the point of I don't know how the hell you would beat it. But yeah, so he seems a bit embarrassed about it, but he said multiple times he would probably do the game mostly exactly the same as he would today. And these interviews go back like 2 years, so they're relatively recent. I think he did them for the launch of, like, the announcement and launch of Moon coming to the West and all that. But, yeah, so he kind of is in agreement with kind of mine, and it seems like probably other people who's played Moon. Like, it's a great game. It's a really great game, but it's difficult. It's a very difficult and weirdly obtuse game. But as for the ending, now, final thing about Moon. For the ending, I kind of got a general gist of it, but the actual, like, meaning behind the ending... So, like, when you... I did get the only ending. At first, I thought, like, wait, is that the bad ending or the good ending? To my understanding, there was only one ending to Moon. There are, in fact, two. And I did get the good ending, because I chose to turn off the game. If you choose not to turn off the game itself shuts off, and you get a bad ending screen. So, if you choose to turn off the game, you get the good ending, which is what I did. But the meaning behind it is... The core meaning of the whole love you get throughout the entire game is that the love you receive from a video game doesn't matter as much as the love... Like, it means nothing. That's exact... The whole ending is really a fuck you kind of thing. It really is a... The love you got when the hero kills all the creatures you save and all the love you get doesn't matter because you can't save the end god character and such and everybody else you know around you dies. The love you get in the story doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It's all about the love you get in real life. That's why when you turn off the game, at the end of the game after you lose, because the hero kills everybody, it's about the love you get in the real world. That's why the character goes to bed and the door opens. At one of those final scenes you see in the game before the credits is all those multiple doorways opening and such. That's pretty much Kimura saying, go outside. Go outside and stop playing this video game. The real world's there. It has love. These video game things they're not real. They don't care about you. So that's the general real message of Moon. Is kind of just don't take video games so seriously. Don't stay up all night playing them and such because it doesn't really matter. What am I doing? I'm not... well, I know why I'm here, but I'm just like... now that I'm done talking, I'm trying to think of ways to get in there and such. I think I'm just gonna run through. Hey guys! I'm new to this place. I'm a tourist. You guys got snacks? Where's the Holiday Inn? You're in my way. Okay, can I jump? I see water. That wasn't water. Where am I? Aw, man. Wait, no, it put me behind it. Yay, all according to plan. Okay, let's continue. I'm happy it put me behind the fort, at least. That's what I was trying to get to. I was trying to get behind it. Look at these tropical trees. That's new. Maybe they have coconuts.
You put the lime in the
Some say they know
coconut.
every secret on this island. I wonder where it's going.
No, Jen, we're not being distracted by the pretty bird. We are here to find the foxes. Which should be right up ahead. I see a fox den over there. It's been a while since we've found an Ari shrine. Oh, hey, I almost just ran past you.
A samurai. Here? Hope the Mongols get you too.
Thanks, bud. Have fun getting eaten by the cicadas. I hear them. Oh man, I thought this was an Inari. Like, one of the spots for the Inaris. Why is this Studio Ghibli-esque music playing? Look at the grass go apeshit out there. Look at these things. I don't get what the music's for. I like it. I hear monkeys. I hear them around me. I don't see any. Oh, there they are. They're on the ground. Monkey. It's little monkey fellas. Guarding the bananas. From the Mongolians. There's this monkey. The wisest monkey. Stole himself some samurai armor off a carcass and sat in front of a bridge. And every time a Mongol warrior passed by, he challenged him to a duel. The finest duel, most honorable duel between man and monkey. And he pulled out his little dagger. A sword's too big for a monkey, so he pulls out a little dagger, waves it, twiddles it around like Shia LaBeouf in Indiana Jones 4. And as soon as they get into an open field, they go into an open field like this, just a pathway. And Mongol on one side, monkey on the other. Mongol would bum rush him, charging, angry as all the heavens and hell within him might. Monkey's just sitting there picking his nose, looking at the dagger, thinking about what he's going to do for lunch later. And sees his friends running by, washing their bums in the water. Mongol bum rushes him, pulls out his sword, ready to stab. Slice his head clean open. Monkey just points the dagger up and stabs him right in the balls. He wins. Mongol didn't expect a monkey to be so good with a weapon. Just looking around, picking his nose, puts the dagger up, bam, right in the nuts. Hey, what happened to that dead dude who insulted me here earlier? He's gone. The cicadas got him! Oh no! I gotta get out of here. It's the cicadas! They come out of the ground like tremors, and then they pull you down into the leaves. Then they feast on you for the next 18 years. I'm having fun. I'm having too much fun. I even got to put in a Carl Pilkington monkey bit in there. I need to rewatch some Monkey News. If you have no idea what what that whole bit was, or what I'm talking about, YouTube Carl Pilkington Monkey News. Carl Pilkington is an interesting person. He's an interesting man who is kind of smart and kind of brain dead at the same time, and says a lot of stupid shit, and he's amazing for it. I don't know if it's... even after all these years of knowing what the shit he said and what he thinks and even intentional comedy bits, I don't know if Carl is intentionally funny or if it's just him. I don't know if it is. I think it's just him. But, yeah. YouTube, Carl Pilkington, Monkey News, and you'll fully understand after watching, like, the 40 minutes or 1 hour of whatever of weird monkey news in and of itself. He says a lot more stuff on like Ricky Gervais's old podcast and everything. He was the one saving grace of that show, was just hearing this man with the head as smooth as an orange just say this ridiculous shit and mentally destroy Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant. I need to re-listen and rewatch some of that stuff. Okay, so we found a haiku spot. Oh, play
My mother loved the
flute.
deer, honored them. I'll play one of her songs for them.
Oh, I can play the flute to deer. Oh my god, it's like Rock Band. I have to move the little pinpoint through. How'd they come up with this shit? This like it to me. It once you start doing this, it's like, yeah, that makes sense. But why have I never seen something like this never be done with a wind instrument in a video game before? Deer. I think it gained resolution and polygons the closer it got to me, because I don't remember it looking that good.
Like these, and have me recite poems from Kokinshu for them. I struggled. Whenever I faltered, she would pick up right where I left off. She knew it all by heart.
Charmer Suguru's sight. The blessing of the deer kami. Bows can shoot up to 3 arrows at once if you have enough ammo. I mean, that seems like a way. I'd prefer shooting 1 at a time than shooting 3 at a time. No way. Yes. Yes. Amazing. I got a dumb smile on my face, man. I can't believe I can pet the deer in this game now. I came up here looking for foxes, and I found deer instead. I'm not complaining. This is lovely. Sometimes this game is just too good. Sometimes it really is. Old Gambler's Woods. What is that? What is that? No, come back. I want to shoot you so I can find out what you are. Like the pioneers did to every animal in North America. I got it. What is this thing? I think it's a red panda. Oh no. Oh no, I hope that wasn't a red panda. I think it's a red panda. It suddenly got really dark. And the monkeys have come to judge me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think that was... I don't know exactly, but I think that was a red panda. Oh, man.
You hear? Yes, is back from Tsushima. Probably got sick of all that kneeling and bowing. Lord this, lady that. Land taxes, household taxes, rice taxes.
Taxes and more taxes.
On Iki. Can't get blood from the stone. Fine.
I was gonna apologize for breaking open the door like that, but it looks like you guys have already done the same to the inside of this building.
Would take us too.
What'd you... What are you doing to this guy?
They don't.
What are you doing? This... There's a disconnect of animations here. You have a guy sleeping on the floor, kinda. And then this guy, I don't know what he's doing, but this is the pose you give somebody when you're trying to talk them off jumping off a bridge. It's like, you don't... It's just like, no, no, come down. It's okay. Just stop it. It's alright. And, the dude's just sleeping. The dude's just trying to sleep. Leave him alone.
Have you seen him? The ghost of Iki?
The ghost of what?
Huh?
The samurai phantom hunting bandits.
Ah!
Tall as a tree. Eyes of fire. People camped by Kimono Trail saw him just last night.
If he's that impressive, I'd like to meet him.
Yeah. There's a bootleg me on this island. I don't... That's the thing. I'm looking at these things out here. They don't look like red pandas. They look like some other type of feline. I don't know what these things are. I don't know what they are. In any case. Yeah, and they're meowing. They're not... Maybe they're just wild cats of some type. I don't know. But there's a bootleg me on this island somewhere. Trying to rip off my name and branding. We're gonna sue the shit out of him. Just like Ubisoft threatened to sue, was threatened to be sued by Monster Energy for calling their game Gods and Monsters. Then they had to change it to Phoenix Immortal. What is it? I gotta look up at the game. Immortals Phoenix Rising. God, that's such a shit name. That is a horrible name for a video game. Gods and Monsters. It sounds great. It sounds basic. It comes off the tongue easy. Immortals Phoenix Rising. Ugh. Why did Monster Energy have to be a dick and try to sue Ubisoft over a name? Because it says monsters in the title. It's so stupid.
Looking for me?
Oh, great, we got a big guy. One. Two. Oh, and the last one got me. Do not get up. If one of y'all motherfuckers are crawling on the ground right now after I clean my sword. No? Good.
Help! Over here!
You're going to be all right.
I can breathe again. Thanks. Thanks. But what's in this for you?
Be careful up there.
Okay, this house looks like it's been burned down. If there's one thing that I have completely not realized until now is that just like at the beginning of this game a year ago, I'm kind of just running around checking things out. Which is what I love about games like this, like Red Dead 2, Witcher 3, I still do that to this day, Breath of the Wild, I still do that. These big open world adventure games, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, I like doing that. Assassin's Creed 4, I like doing that. I like doing the whole, like, just put you in a place and set you free. Just let you loose. It's just, very fun. It's very fun to see what is here. That is a long way down. That is a rocky coastline. Where am I? Huh. Oh. There's actually a quest about this character. Yeah, if I've only... How long have I been doing this for? I've already been doing this for an hour, and I've only gotten this much of the map opened up, and I've barely done anything. I think this DLC is going to be a bit long. It would probably be a lot shorter if I just gunned for all the plot points. But I want to just kind of run around and have fun, at least for the first part or two, before I get serious. Since I'm just running around doing stuff, I guess I can keep talking, because I have a lot to talk about today. So, yeah, talk about Moon. I picked up the... I talked about this last time on Monster Hunter as well. But... where? Oh, there.
Are you cowards?
Hold that thought. Shit, yeah. Oh, it's the chanting dudes. I was like, why am I hearing throat singing? Jin, you're on a rock. Get off the fucking rock. Oh, they got a big guy here, too. Whoa, was that poison? I haven't seen poison arrows in a bit. Where is he? You? This motherfucker's crawling. Get up. Grab your bow. I want a proper fight with you. You should have heeded the call of death. Instead, you had to die like a cockroach. Is anything good on these guys? Oh, hey, I didn't notice you were here.
They took us captive, then killed him.
Killed who?
Man who took care of the monkeys.
Where did this happen?
The old camp overlooking Saruiwa. They're rounding up all the animals there. Who knows for what?
Find shelter. I'll look into it.
They killed Carl Pilkington. But no, they killed the old man who was taking care of the monkeys? I hate these guys. Why would they do that? It's just evil. I feel like this place down here is plot relevant. It looks like a plot relevant area. It's too detailed. There's too many seagulls. And I know seagulls. There's too many here. I love, though, I love how nearly just completely flat these rock-facing walls here are overhanging above that. It looks like it was cut into to make this area, but it wasn't. It just looks too flat here. Honestly, how flat this is, it reminds me of something from, like, Journey, or some sort of artsy game where it's trying to be aesthetically pleasing, like Rime. It reminds me of Rime in that it doesn't necessarily naturally make sense, but it looks good. Like, there's no reason this should be... Like, that side looks kind of fine. That archway down there, with how jagged that rock face is towards the bottom, none of that's here. It's all flat. I don't know why. But I guess it works. I find it looks nice. Man, YouTube's gonna have a field day with this render. Like, my video file is gonna be extremely high definition, totally crystal clear. YouTube's gonna have a field day with how dark a lot of the shadows in this area are due to the trees and such, the brown grassy foliage, and the amount of dark green plants that are here. This is gonna be a bitrate hell for YouTube, because YouTube does not like processing any of those things. If there's ever a day when somehow a better oh, there's the deer. How did I do a full circle? I did a one around circle of this whole area, huh? Wow. I'm kind of just impressed I did that. But if there ever comes a day when somehow in the future there is a usurper in the online video format of hosts that isn't either alternative or successor to YouTube, which is extremely unlikely. I would hope that they have better encoding for video files than YouTube does. Because yeah, you can film, like if I record, I could record this footage in 4K. I'm opting not to save on hard drive space. I'm doing this at 1080p 60 FPS instead. But if there's ever a day... Oh, let me get back on track, because now I'm getting scatterbrained. I could record this at 4K 60 FPS if I wanted to, and it would look virtually no different than what is here right now, as I learned earlier in the year when I did do that, and it didn't improve it much of anything because YouTube compresses stuff, and it doesn't look as good. So, like, you'll have a 4K video of somebody sitting at a table unboxing something or some other, and it'll look way better in a bitrate sense than this footage here, even if it were in 4K, because it's a still shot. So, like, if I... Where's a good example? Like, if I stand, like, here... Let me put the camera this way. So, like, if I stand here and just let Jin kind of idle, it's going to look clearer than if I'm in motion through a lot of all this kind of environment. And the reason for that is because of YouTube's shitty compression, because I believe it's still what they've been using since the early 2010s. And it doesn't fully understand, like, it can capture and reproduce 4K all right, but it doesn't do well in motion. It doesn't really do entirely well in motion. And I've noticed that's the same. It's absolutely not like some sort of weird video file thing or some such, because I've watched multiple other gaming channels and such that do capture very visually demanding games like this and other things, and they all pretty much look exactly the same as mine. So it's just YouTube, man. I wish it was better, but it's not.
Looking for me?
I love how this place looks. I was a millisecond too late. Stop singing. Oh man, the dogs get me. Can I just throw a bomb at this guy? Can I do that? Oh, these dogs are in the way. Thanks, Jen, for getting stuck on stuff. Stop singing. I'll just use fire instead. Fire's good. I forgot I had that move. Where'd the other guy fuck off to? He just ran off. Is that him? No, those are those people I passed that I skipped. I see someone out in the upper right in the distance, but they're just standing out there. I think I passed those people intentionally just a second before I came over here. I don't see where that guy went. We're not going to blow up the cat. Yeah, this is my favorite area so far visually in the... I'm not going to say in the whole game, but in the DLC so far, most certainly. This is beautiful. I want to use this as the thumbnail. How do I do that again? There we go. You know, I've already beaten the base game and everything. I think this is the first time I'm actually looking at the camera options for this game. Can I not put him in a pose? Why is there thunder? Why is Thor pissed at me? Oh, it's 6 in the morning here. Okay. That's actually a decent way to just check the time, because you don't really get to check the time too much in this game. You kind of just have to go with whatever the environment is. Yeah, is there not a way for me to pose Jin? That seems like a very big oversight in how this stuff normally goes in these games. There's no way to emote Jim. Do I have to do that myself then? I kind of have to get that right away. There's a little swoosh mark in there as well. Yeah. I don't really care for these in-game things because they are ridiculously both simple and gimmicky at the same time. I think that should work. Where's the time? Oh, I can... Oh, that's scary. I can just move the clouds on my own. How fast can I make the wind? Yeah, pretty fast, to be honest, huh? Yellow leaves, bamboo leaves, orange leaves, green leaves, cherry blossoms. Yeah, this is weird. Oh my god, how many fireflies are there? This is certainly destroying the bitrate. Oh my god. They're eating Jin alive right now. This is stupid. Why can you summon so many fireflies? Oh my god, they are in there. Icky Island has been lost. It has been overridden by a plague of fireflies. Once again, it's like dragonflies are nice, but how many do you need? Now it's butterflies. Crows. Oh, please show. Yes! 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 A plague of crows! Look at them all! Oh, this is amazing! How have I never done this in the whole time I've played this game? Oh, this is amazingly stupid. What else is there? Songbirds? Oh, there so... This is Birdemic 3, or 2, or whatever. Oh, man. Petals. I can't believe how many of something in the game... Maybe it's because of the wind intensity. I think that's the thing. But, man, that is amazing. How many things you can just throw. Yes, make it... Get rid of all the color. Lighten the exposure. That's actually a good thing. Reposition the camera. Oh, there's a cat back here. There's still dragonflies here, by the way. I think this'll do. Maybe. Can I get it a little different? That'll do. Maybe. It's kind of... I like the face I gave Jin. Could I give him something better as an expression? It looks like you told him to smile, and he's trying to smile awkwardly. Why are all his faces like gripping? Wow, grinning his teeth. This is him happy? No, put Jim back. Seriously, why is everything him with like his kind of expression? Like why does he have to smile like that? Why does he smile like that? All right. Fine. This is the picture. This will be the thumbnail for the video. This is so fucking stupid. Okay. All right. Yeah. So future me. Take an image of that. And back to the real world where there's not tons of lightning bugs and Jin smiling awkwardly. We have cats here. That thumbnail is gonna look so shitty, but I don't care. Because I am having fun, damn it. Let's play on the jungle gym. There's music here. But yeah, this is one of the more stupid thumbnail photo taking aside. This is one of the, like, the idea of visiting a town that has been engulfed in ivy vines and such like this to this extent. I would love to visit a place like this in real life so much. This is beautiful. I don't know, I find decay beautiful in some ways. I was recently at an abandoned beach, so it's like in some of the trails and such that were kind of like this, except it was all infested with mosquitoes, and I got eaten up pretty bad. But yeah, like I've been to abandoned malls, I've been to abandoned places, I've been to a lot of abandoned places, and some of them are featured in some of my photography and such. So I don't know, I have this interest in things like this. I love Bright Sun Films content. I like Defunctlands content. They both talk about abandoned projects, places, and things similar in and of around that concept. And I don't know, there's like this weird beauty in this, what you're seeing here. It's like a solemn beauty, and it's a really, really appealing thing to me. Like this. It's like someone used to work at this thing. Someone used to be a guard here. There's a story behind this entire structure. And yet here it is, for however many years or decades it's been abandoned. And nature, the world has retaken it. I don't know, it's like there's like this history / ironic beauty of it. But it's not ironic. It's just like the concept in and of itself is bluntly ironic, but it's not interpreted that way. Nature, man. If you leave stuff out in the wild, the world will retake it. I keep hearing these cats. There seems to be someone actually living out over there. There's a fire. Is that a deer? I think that's a deer on top of whatever this used to be. Oh, lovely. Katayama Market. I think that's what that is up there. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, we got float deer. We got float deer. That's the first float deer I think I've seen since Skyrim? I think it's the first float deer I've seen in 3 years. When I was playing Skyrim well, not HD, Skyrim on the Switch back in late 2018, there were 2 instances, no, there was 1 instance of a float deer that I've shown maybe twice or 3 times or so on the channel because I snapshotted it. And yeah, I'm just standing out in the waste. I just seen a skeleton get summoned on top of a dragon in the middle of a fight. And after that was done, I'm just standing there and I just see this float deer just swoosh about 10 feet in the air across from me, and it was amazing. I would pull that up if I was on my Switch right now, but I'm not. You guys bandits?
If you can handle yourself in a fight, come here.
No. So there's an archery challenge. Do not shoot me, fine gentlemen. Like, even the trees are getting consumed by this stuff. Let's head out this way. Let's try today. I think today I kind of want to just explore like this section of the island. Let's say I go through all this, down this peninsula, and then maybe try to get to Saru Island. I don't know if that's accessible, but I think that's what we're going to do today. I think we're going to just explore the left half of the island. Oh, there's Mongols here. Riding right past the bandits shooting arrows. Have fun. Vashok. That was fun. Not gonna... One of them lived. Not gonna lie though, throwing those bombs and blowing them all up from up on that thing was very fun to do. Because normally you just do a standoff, but just being a dick and throwing bombs at them from a distance was fun. That's something I would do in Breath of the Wild or something. You don't get to do that a whole lot in this game. At least not very easily. You can just come down here and throw them, but that's no fun. I want to do it from a distance. Okay, we got a biome shift. Now we're into some patchy yellow and green fields. I hear a dog outside in real life going apeshit.
Another like those I saw on Tsushima.
Why would you say that to me? No.
What's wrong?
Our headman disappeared for a few days. We thought he'd been killed or captured. But he came back like this. I don't know how to help him.
I'll do whatever I can to stop this from spreading. You're safe now. Find shelter.
We're safe now. No one can hurt us.
I don't know what that little dunk is, but that sound effect I've heard so much in Naruto. It ain't even... Well, I guess it's still funny to me. But I heard it. I was like, oh, there's that dunk from Naruto. I don't know what instrument that is used with, but
Cleaner than the rest.
can never not hear it and not think of it.
Oh, don't bother going to the camp at Nagata Lake. Raided by Mongols.
Did any survive?
They did. Our monk gave himself as ransom to save us. But without his skills, we're done anyway.
If he's still alive, I can bring him back to help you. That would be worth it.
I like how so far I haven't started or found any actual quests yet. I'm not saying that ironically. I'm actually kind of happy I haven't yet. Because then I would go on that. Like, once I start a quest in this game, I tend to always go on, continue it. It might go on for an hour, a half hour, who knows what. But I've been getting a lot of NPCs who just say things about the island and locations you can visit. And I like that because I can keep just running around and doing stuff like this without being... like, without feeling the need to go do that quest immediately instead. I can still talk to people in this game and not be kind of coaxed into that. Yes. Yeah, we got a bunch of red-faced macaques bathing.
Hello, little one.
Amazing. Oh, I love how they look. They look amazing. I recommend watching Planet Earth. Planet Earth 2 Cities. In Planet Earth 2 Cities... I think it's Cities. It's either Cities or the snow one. One or the other. But rhesus macaques are lovely little monkeys. Oh, they're even eating shit off their backs. That is amazing. God damn it, Sucker Punch. You got the details. The details! Just like the lighting in this game. The lighting looks good. If not a little weird in this instance, because it looks sunny and like a calm beach day. Then you have fires raging, and then there's this massive black cloud just looming over the island. So it's kind of weird looking. A little bit, to be honest. Oh, there's a Buddha. That's a nice Buddha statue. They're all chilling. Look at this guy. Oh, this is amazing. So far with this expansion, I am amazed at the animals. I'm amazed at the deer sequence. I'm still looking for those foxes, but the red-faced macaques are an amazing addition. I love it so much. Is there anything I can even do here, or is it just for this? No, there is a hot spring here. Wait, do I have to, like, go? Oh, yeah, rest. Okay. Ooh, do we... I gotta see this. He's getting it, yeah. Reflect on... Oh, I wish it had something funny about, like, reflect on the monkeys. Kazumasa the father, Kazumasa the general. Who the heck is Kazumasa? Oh, Kazumasa.
Bathed in one of these springs after our
I forgot his dad's name is Kazumasa.
While he cleaned his wounds with cold river water.
I didn't recognize his dad's name there because the only person who really calls him Kazumasa is Yuriko. Yuriko was the only person who ever called him Kazumasa, to my memory, because she grew up with him. So that seeing that name threw me out. I was like, who is Kazumasa? And it's his dad. Okay, we got a beach. Do we have crabs? We have attained crabs that sink into the sand. And a lone bonsai tree out there. Bonsai. Seeing a deer on a beach out here is just... It tried resting on the sand for some reason. It's giving me flashbacks to me streaming Red Dead Redemption 2 2 years ago. And, like, going out onto the beach... Pardon me. Going out on the beach and, like, hunting down the deer and such. And here, I am running amongst them. Quite literally. What is this game? I love it. Alright, there's some folks out here. Let's see what, let's mosey on over and see what they have. Are they enemies? Are they friends? Are they frenemies? It looks like another archer thing.
If you can handle yourself in a fight, come here.
Are you guys gonna clean this up? No? Okay. So that looks like something I don't know if I can get to. I think that's Saru Island. No, it's the end of this area. It's the peninsula. Saruiwa. Saruiwa. That's a word. Saruiwa. That's... I can say a lot of things off the tip of my tongue that can just roll off it, but Saruiwa is one that I kind of have to think to say. It's a little more complicated. Saruiwa. Is it just one dude out here? Okay, that went a lot better than I thought it was gonna go at the end there.
You're going to be all right.
Oh, damn thing weighs more than it looks. You're letting me go?
You're safe now.
Monkeys. We got monkey statues. And we got monkeys. This turned out to be a very monkey-centric day. Okay, going up seems like it'll lead to where I'm supposed to go for whatever this place is. So what's in here? This does as well. Maybe there's alternative routes. Yeah, there's a fair amount of routes. I can go up that way. Can keep going this way. What is this place? Because normally if it were a shrine, it would have just one way to go. And it would be more specific. This appears to lead back down, so I don't want to do that. Jin, grab the ledge. Thank you. There's a way up this way, too. Someone had fun designing this place. Neat. What can I do here? Oh, okay. I was like, I don't think I can just grab that. Okay, I can use the rope to grab onto other ropes, I guess. I think that was it for that. Monkeys. I also like how the monkeys are making the same kind of generic monkey noise that games like Amazon Trail 3 did 20 years ago. Well, at this point it was more probably closer to 25, but... yeah, I like how some of these stock monkey noises are the same that were used by PC games in the 90s. Once again, this seems like I'm going down when I shouldn't be. I guess we'll go down here. Maybe the whole weird thing about this place is, there are multiple paths that just kind of interconnect and mess with you. No, this actually does lead somewhere. So I well, I haven't rewatched. I recently watched for the first time, since I brought it up earlier. What is this Walkjin's doing? Indiana Jones 4. Indiana Jones and the Crystal... Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, that's what it is. I've never seen it before, and I've actively avoided it for the better part of a decade and a half since it came out. I've avoided it intentionally. And I was tired one night, and it was like 1 in the morning, and I was just like, fuck it. I'm gonna watch Indiana Jones 4 for no reason at all. And I did. I finally did. And I expect from everyone's, like, reactions and opinions of the movie and such that I've heard and seen, and the little tidbits, that, like, the little scenes, like Shia LaBeouf swinging with the monkeys and such, and the alien at the end. Seeing little bits of the movie over the past, like, 15 years kind of made me as well just like, this is going to be a really, really, really shit movie, and I don't want to ruin the other three by having... I don't want to dampen my opinion of the Indiana Jones series by having this fourth one ruin it. And, no, it didn't. Indiana Jones... I didn't think Indiana Jones 4 was shit, weird enough. I put it in, and I viewed it very critically, because I just watched the other three last year, and they're great. It does depreciate in quality per movie, though, and that continues here. Indiana Jones 4 is certainly the worst of the Indiana Jones movies, in my opinion, but it's not too bad. It's just kind of dumb. Indiana Jones 4 is dumb and has a lot of dumb moments, but I wouldn't say overall that it's bad. It's... I thought the most baffling part of the movie, funny enough, was the intro with the Russians masquerading as the Americans and such to get into Area 51, and then they just show Indy just kind of... It's funny. See, I think this is going to happen more often whenever they do a reboot in like 20 years, 10 years and such, from like recent movies that they've done and such. But they introduce Indy. His hat fall, like they're getting this guy out of the back. They don't show him yet. They throw his hat on the ground, and it's Indy's fedora. And then they throw him to the ground, and then it pans up while he's getting up, and it's like, Indy's back, baby. It's him. It's one of those remember him kind of scenes. And it's funny as shit to me because that scene was done 15 years ago, and they're like, remember this guy from the 80s and late 80s? Well, he's back. It's like, okay, the impact is just kind of ironic to me, given that that movie was filmed, about like 15 years after the last Indiana Jones, and it's been about 15 years since Crystal Skull. And they're currently filming Indiana Jones 5 with an ancient Harrison Ford at the moment that I don't know how they're going to do that. I understand he has a stunt double who looks like a younger version of him, probably about as old as he was in Crystal Skull, I would assume. But Harrison Ford's an old man. I hate to say that, but he's an old man at this point. You can't really put him as the action hero anymore. That's what Keanu Reeves is here for. But yeah, I didn't hate Crystal Skull. I thought the intro was confusing at first, just because it seemed dated and a bit weird. And I liked Harrison's acting for the majority of the movie. I liked his acting throughout the majority of the movie, except maybe 2 scenes. I forget exactly when it was, but there was one back and forth of lines in the movie that specifically was a scene I could tell Harrison didn't give a shit about. He really just was like, he just said the lines, and then he moved on. And it was like, oh, okay, yeah, he didn't give a shit for that take. Which is a trend for Harrison Ford. It's just he's there for the money and he doesn't care. But he can be a great actor, and he seemed into it for an amount of this movie, at least from what he was giving off. I did not care for the main villain. She was kind of... I don't know exactly what her angle was, because, like, yeah, there's the story about how she wants to... This is all spoilers for Indiana Jones 4, by the way. So, like, she's there, she wants the Crystal Skull and these aliens, like, she wants to use them to control humanity in a hive mind, so Russia can be, like, the greatest power ever and control everybody like ants. And then at the end of the movie, she kind of throws that a little bit away, like it's still there, but she's like, I want to know. The aliens come alive at the end in a way, and merge into this one being, super alien, and it's an all-knowing being from another dimension. So she's like, I want to know everything. And then it starts infiltrating her mind and giving her all knowledge of the universe. And then she dies. And, like, she blows up or whatever. I forgot. And I thought her character was really just kind of generic and boring. Like, cool. She has a sword. She uses a sword instead of a gun. And she tries to be this weird psychic lady. Which the psychic part was really pointless because she never actually really used it a whole lot. Like, she would talk about using it, like with the professor who lost his mind or whatever, but she never really, like, actively used it throughout the movie. So I just found her to be a really uninteresting, generic antagonist. Just, evil lady wants to conquer the world with alien knowledge. Cool. What are the other characters? I forget her name, but the mom in the movie, she was kind of just there. Like, yeah, she had some back and forth. Like, her point was to have back and forths with Indy and give some character to Indy and herself. I forget if she's in any of the other Indiana Jones movies. If she is, I've forgotten her character's name. But I thought she was fine. She was the most generic of the cast. Shia LaBeouf as Indy's kid, I honestly did not hate. I didn't dislike. He acted pretty decently in the movie. He had a lot of dumb moments. There were a lot of dumb moments with him, but I think he acted very well for the role he did. I think he acted fantastically well for the role he did, in some parts. Most of it was good. He didn't come off as annoying to me. He came off like a older teenage kid, which was what the role demanded, and that worked, and it wasn't annoying. Sometimes you can get someone who, a lot of times you'll get like a young adult trying to act like a teenager, and they're really, really obnoxious and just don't really get how to act like an actual teenager. They kind of overact it. And LaBeouf didn't do that. He kind of stuck to the weird greaser, but also he's still a kid. He's still a teenager. So he has a lot of moments where he's scared, even though he's trying to act tough. He authentically seemed like he was getting kind of scared at some things. And that was good acting. The monkey scene was almost George Lucas-y stupid, though. And Indy's partner, quote-unquote, question mark dude who was like a triple agent in the movie, I thought he was fine for the most of it. He had probably some of the funniest slapstick that happened to him. I'd say he was probably the best slapstick character in the movie. And yeah, that for the cast, I'd say that's pretty much overall my thoughts of it. As for the movie itself, I thought everything in the movie... I know I'm talking extraordinarily long about this, but I'm about to do, like, a thing here. I may as well do the flute, I guess.
Dance reminds me of a song my mother taught me. Let's see if
Oh, I can play the flute for the monkeys. I'll get back to Indiana Jones 4 in a second. Oh, I forgot I have to use motion controls. Yes, little one. Have the banana. Or the apple. I think he gave it an apple.
was the first song she tried to teach me. I pouted when I couldn't learn it, so she played with me, as terrible as I did, so I wouldn't feel bad.
Charm of Machida's protection. Whenever you heal using down, your perfect parry and perfect dodge windows are extended for a limited time. The moon. The moon is right. Oh yeah, Indiana Jones 4. So I talked about the cast. I thought overall their performances were alright. I didn't care for the main antagonist, pretty much. And for the movie itself, I thought most of it was fine. I liked the stuff in Britain. Britain. Wow. I don't. Was it New York? I think it's New York. Anyway, I like the town stuff. I like the city stuff with Indy when he gets fired and when he's running away from the Russians. And I thought that was all very well done. The one thing that stood out to me is I didn't notice there was an amount of CGI in the movie. But the thing is, it didn't look really bad, but there was a lot more practical effects in this movie than I expected. The majority of the film seems like it was used... It seems like it used a lot of practical effects, and if there was some CG, a lot of it would have been green screens. But there was a lot of actual practical effects in this movie, which surprised me. I didn't expect there to be so much. It looks good. The film itself still looks really good. Except for the jungle part, but we'll get to that. So... Oh, I can pet the monkeys. Yes. I like how Sucker Punch learned from the petting foxes bit in the base game to just let you pet all the animals in this game. That was a smart move. Because yes, you want to pet all the animals. But yeah, the movie itself looks visually very good. It looks a lot better than some other movies at that time, like King Kong from Percy Jackson. That movie's a CGI mess, and some of those scenes are laughably bad nowadays. But Indy 4, never seeing much of it before and having seen multiple... Like, I've seen lots of... Like, I just watched The Green Knight about a month ago, and that movie's beautiful, and it came out this year. And that Green Knight... When I talked about it earlier in a few parts ago or whatever, but when that comes out on Blu-ray, that is a day one buy. That is a day one buy of a movie, and I'm not generally much of a movie guy, but that film was amazing. I'm very curious what Lamb is going to be, because A24 is now going on my upper echelon of quality movies. I still need to see The Lighthouse from them, which I've seen bits of, and it looks fantastic. I've just neglected seeing it. And maybe I'll do that this weekend. Maybe I'll finally watch The Lighthouse this weekend. I'm gonna stick that on me. I'm gonna watch it this weekend. What time is it? It's 11 at night. I'm not gonna watch it tonight, but I might watch it tomorrow. But A24, the studio who like both distributes and kind of produces some of this stuff. They give me Annapurna vibes for video games where it's like they spot out art that's really well done and they make it accessible to people. And that is what I like in a company when it comes to like distribution of media like this kind of stuff. Like Annapurna does fantastic work with video games. A24 seems like them, but with movies. And I'm very curious what Lamb is going to be like. Apparently they did Room, not The Room with Tommy Wiseau, but Room, that like lady and kid who are stuck in a room for like a year or whatever. I have no idea. I've never seen it. But that movie got a lot of press and media, I think in like 2016 or 17 or something. Apparently that was them as well. Anyway, I went off on a big tangent. Indy 4. So, I'll just sum up my thoughts of the production of the movie itself. Not the actors, I've already talked about that, the production. So, I like the majority of the movie. Not in like a it's good way, it's just average. It's an average, doable movie. Nothing in it pissed me off. Nothing in it was like, why did they do that? There were two parts in the whole movie. I didn't even mind the bizarre ending of the movie with the ancient civilization temple becoming a spaceship at the end and like a massive area of land being destroyed. I didn't even mind any of that. I thought that was fine and appropriate for the story that was trying to be told. I really wonder how Spielberg went about, like, what did Spielberg think about doing that? But the two scenes that I found actually thematically pointless or meandering was... there was only one scene. There was only one scene in the whole movie. Of course, there's shit things like the monkeys on the vine swinging with Shia LaBeouf. That was there for comedy purposes. That was there just for the kids. That was a scene for the kids. There's a couple of those. And I don't mind those as long as they're not too long. And that scene was literally like half a minute. That was nothing in the movie. So I can gloss over the monkey vine swinging thing. That was nothing. But there's a prolonged scene in the movie that involves ants. And like Indy steps in like an ant, like they fall off some waterfalls or something. I forget exactly how it happens. No, they're in a chase. So they're going through the jungle, and the jungle scene is bad. Like, the events of the scene are good, but it's all green screens and CG, and it looks like shit. And that's a pretty decent, important part of the movie, for just event-wise it is. Not plot-wise, really, but event-wise it is. And it all looks like shit, and I didn't like it, but I liked it. It just looks like it hasn't held up well over the years. And after that scene, they crash, both of them, the antagonist and protagonist, and they land in these mounds of, like, I don't believe that they were ants, they weren't termites, but they're these ant nests of, I guess they're man-eaters? So they start eating people, and they're running away, and it's all like, oh, high tension, if they touch the ants, they're gonna die and get eaten. And I found the entire sequence to be really kind of pointless. If you think about it, like from the moment some of the Russian guys started getting eaten and dying, I was like, what is the point of any of this? Because they're probably going to die anyway later on, which they could have if they still lived long enough. They would have died, as some of them did later at the end. So Indy's running. They have a little fight scene with like the main secondary antagonist Russian dude. Indy has like a fist fight with him and such, and then he throws him into the ants and he gets eaten, which is like the only plot-wise important moment of that is just the death of this guy, which could have been rewritten to be later. I don't really understand why they stuck around for like 10, 15 minutes on this ants scene where the ants are chasing after them and they're trying to not get eaten by them. And then at the end of it, it's like one dude who is someone in the cast who I still they didn't even name him. He was just a character who showed up a couple times, gets eaten, and dies. And then once they took him, then the ants were fine and they left. They literally were just like, oh, we got a few people, let's go back into our nests and hide. They didn't even chase after anybody after the ants collectively decided not to eat anyone else. So, I didn't understand why that was in the movie. It seemed really pointless.
If you can handle yourself in a fight, come here.
Oh wow, I'm back down here again. I keep running in circles in this game at the moment. Not even intentionally. Like, I thought I was on the other side of this thing and I ended up on this side. So yeah, I don't care for Ants. Ants! They're gonna eat me. They're gonna crawl in my mouth and come out my eyeballs. But yeah, that was the only, like, that was the only truly stupid, pointless sequence that I saw in Indiana Jones 4 was the fucking ants. Everything else was either so short it didn't matter, or it didn't bother me. Because I've seen some shit movies. Watch The She-Beast from the 60s. I think it's free on YouTube. I think it's become public domain, maybe. I have no idea. It's this horror movie from the 60s, like the late 60s. It's called The She-Beast. It opens with a woman on, I haven't seen it in like 3 years. But it opens up with like this woman on a crucifix or something being drowned, I believe, or set on fire. It's something, they're torturing her because they think she's a witch. And she comes back to life as this werewolf monster and starts killing people. And it's really slasher, dumb, classic kind of horror movies that were pretty popular in the 50s and 60s. The kind of stuff you'd go to like a drive-in theater for. It's that's a bad movie. I love it because that's one of my favorite bad movies because I love how shit it is and it makes me laugh constantly with some of the characters and some of the scenes. But it's a bad movie. Okay, I'm swimming out to sea. I need to head to that. Oh, if and for some reason you actually do, like, try to find this movie or watch it or anything, I think YouTube has it subtitled, maybe? I remember watching it on YouTube a few years ago. I think it's subtitled, but it's in Italian. It's an Italian movie, so... It's not in English. Oh, I'm riding a wave. I'm playing Surfs Up the video game right now. Interesting. I do swim at the same speed as the wave moves. Come on, Jin, you can grab it. Okay, so we're here on Saru Island. There's something here. Is it a sword? I think it's a sword.
The saya is so valuable. Even this monkey likes it. You want that? Or would a tune suffice?
Whoa, Jin, you threatened the monkey? I could never shoot one of these monkeys. I hate if I do that in the future by accident. And that'll make that statement pointless, but Oh, I can play the flute. I can lure the monkey away. Yeah, okay, I can lure the monkey away with the flute. I love this new flute mechanic. I'm sure some people are going to be like, oh, motion controls, but this is... Every time I've used motion controls on the PlayStation 4, and they're not utilized that often, they tend to be pretty good. I think the last game I did that used them was Concrete Genie. I remember using them in Tearaway, and Tearaway was pretty good with it.
Thank you, little one.
Yeah, we had to
This is
lure the
more
monkey
use to
away.
my blade than to you.
Nakoma's Fang. Alright, new sword. Uncharted uses the gyro in motion as well. And those are also very good. Alright, I think I'm getting kind of tired and I'm rambling, and I've visited most, if not all, of what I intended to at this point. Yeah. I say we get over to the other peninsula, and then I think I'm gonna call it for the day. Oh, come on, you have armor that's resistant from fire? I'm sorry, horse. Oh, man. God damn it. Yeah, I was kind of done. I was kind of done with you guys. I remembered I have that special attack. Okay. Oh, you're still alive.
Hold still.
The Eagle tribe said they were helping us. Not so bad after all.
Go, and stay safe.
One final thing. Is this guy dead? No, he's alive. One final thing I shall briefly mention is in Monster Hunter, I also brought up how upon reviewing Moon, I was getting kind of annoyed at all this. If you can hear this. That is the cord to my headset, and I've always done my best to not move it because it goes in front of me, because it has to go to my computer. And if I touch it in any way, it does that. It makes that kind of... it's the reverberation of me touching the cord. And that's because of how, like, close I have to keep the cord near me. Like, it's... I can't really, like, move around my room with this thing because I'm already far away from my computer and it goes by a certain length. So I was annoyed at the amount of times that I noticed the cord while I was playing Moon, because I do remember trying to be a little bit more relaxed and easygoing and moving around and such while I was playing it, and I noticed there was more audio feedback from this thing. So I talked about how I want to get an extension or maybe a new cord or any sort of thing to kind of fix that. So, like, even if I move around the room, then you won't really hear that because it'll have enough cord to where it won't make any noises. And I recently have ordered a extension. They don't make cords for this Audio-Technica headset any longer than this, so I've ordered an extension XLR cable for this headset because, man, that was annoying in Moon. Like, it wasn't annoying enough where, like, oh, I don't want to... This is shit. It was just like, oh, I noticed that. Oh, I noticed that. But I'm also extremely, extremely picky about audio. It's been a while since I've done a bamboo strike. X, square, triangle, O, X, square, L1. There we go. Nice.
We don't get many visitors, let alone one so skilled.
This location is quite remote. Why do you stay?
As you just demonstrated, the quiet helps one focus.
Okay. Yeah, there's more NPCs here that I'm noticing that just kind of have generic dialogue, but I don't dislike it. I like how I'm able to... That's something that you do constantly in Red Dead 2, is just kind of talk to people nonchalantly and casually. And that was pretty absent from this game. In the base game, you pretty much just talk to somebody when you're rescuing them, when you're getting a quest, or if they have maybe some information to give you about an interesting location. And I'm noticing that, yeah, there's still the interesting location stuff, but it seems like there may be a little bit more just general NPC, like, interaction. Just kind of talking to you, like when you pass by, and you can walk up to people and talk to them a bit more. That seems a bit better here. Alright, next time... Next time we'll do this place, I guess. I don't really want to do a standoff. I like how I'm saying next time, and yet I'm kind of in here already planning on what I'm doing here. He's out. I wish I had some explosive arrows. I mean, that works too. I was hoping I could use him, but alright. Yeah, the poison arrow, the poison darts still scare the shit out of me, honestly. Just seeing someone just start having a seizure and then spitting blood out of all of their sweat glands, basically. It scared that one dude so much, he ran out. There he goes. He's out of the camp. He's going to Tsushima. He is out of here. Holy crap. That dude got so spooked, he ran out of the encampment. Oh, too far. Okay, I got the shaman on my side. He's fighting the shieldman. Did I kill everyone at the camp? I think I did. Yeah. Everybody's dead. Good. You see, sometimes it is better to just solid snake and just kind of wait and watch and plot deviously of how to make them fight amongst each other and use poison. There was a lot less guys here than I thought. And I like how that one dude just fucked off and was like, nope, I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with this. People are vomiting out there. People are vomiting out their diarrhea. Nope, I'm not doing that. I ain't getting paid enough. Did the other guy fall in? I think he fell in. There's also not a whole lot of rewards here, even, actually. There's not even, like, an artifact or anything. This place isn't even an actual encampment. It's just some... It's just a place where Mongols come to chill, I guess. I like how I said I was stopping and I'm still playing. The bird... They never fixed the bird. It still has weird collision issues of running into walls, it seems. That would have been, like, the first thing I would have fixed if I was working on this game. It's like, fix the bird. Make it not look awkward. Get some more devious, funny haha darts. So the Mongols can have fun later on. We're going to see what's at the top of this hill, and I think I'm done then. I've rambled enough. I've talked about Indiana Jones 4. I've talked about Moon and Kimura. And I think that's enough for today. Aside from this, I've been having... I thought that was the obelisk from 2001 for half a second. I was like, what? It's another flute session. Two things. One, the bird was floating in the air sitting on top of the dead monkey. And two, there's a dead monkey.
What's going on?
Yeah.
It seems this place once belonged to monkeys. But where are they?
This may be the saddest scene I've seen in the game yet. And we've seen some shit. What kind of sicko freak would kill a monkey?
Face me!
These animals are caged to be shipped away. Shaman's chant bolsters his allies.
I needed a moment. I needed a moment of retribution for the monkeys. That's what all of that was. I saw the dead monkey and I was like, I'm gonna make these sons of bitches pay. And now the monkeys are safe now.
That is their nature. They wouldn't.
Ship came out of nowhere, fired a huge volley of burning arrows at us. We lost our homes, everything.
I'm sorry. Where did this happen?
Midway along the western coast. Be careful. The bastards blast anyone they see.
Stay safe. I'll see what I can do.
Is the flute thing here now usable, or is it not?
Monkeys calling to each other.
I think it is.
Perhaps the ones I freed.
Yeah, it is.
I should try my mother's old song again. She never wanted me to sit still. She taught me to play and move. Like a monkey.
Your fallen brethren has been redeemed. Well, redeemed is not the right word. What's the word I'm looking for? I have gotten vengeance.
Just to make sure I'd mastered it.
I have gotten vengeance for you.
It's hard to play when you're laughing.
You know, it makes sense how the first thing I thought of when I saw this thing was the 2001 obelisk slab thing. It wasn't an obelisk, but the slab. And yet there's tons of monkeys here. Maybe they worship this the same way they do in 2001. I think that's going to be it for me then today. A lot of fun, a lot of monkeys, and a new area. This is I am enjoying my stay in Icky Island so far. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting place. It feels new and yet still somehow old. So yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me today. So thank you for watching. We shall continue next time as I stretch with some more Icky Island and Ghost of Tsushima. And see where it takes us. Yes, it is done. Yeah. So we've got some quests here, and the story stuff seems to be up here. We might go... I'm gonna teleport back to the start, so that next time we can go try and find our horse. We can try and find the horse. But thank you for watching, and see you next time. Have a good night.